Hey everybody, it's Seth with Magnolia and Steel. This is Come Have a Seat, where every week someone pulls up a chair and we talk honestly about life, the good, the hard, and everything in between. So go ahead and have a seat. Today I am with my good friend, Melissa Turner.
Hi.
Yeah. So I'm going to let Melissa tell you a little bit about herself before we jump into some questions.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm Melissa Turner, as he said. I retired from the school system after 23 years. I used to work in the medical field
Okay.
for a long
I
time. I
didn't know
worked in the
that
yeah.
about you until you
I
said your
went to
bio.
school and everything to work in the medical field and worked in the medical field for about 12 years, and
Okay.
then the Lord sent me to the school.
Okay.
So I started working at the school, and I also the whole time I worked at the school, I worked at the Corps. So I had two jobs or more.
Hmm.
I sold jewelry and everything else in between.
Right.
I was a cheerleading coach. I worked with the Distinguished Young Women program, the Build a Bed program, which is something my husband started.
Okay.
That's where I met him at school.
Okay.
After a long journey, we both went on a long journey, and
Uh-huh.
we got together at school
Okay.
later in life.
Was it
But
love at first sight?
Well, no, we were just
Okay.
friends.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's awful cute. But one of the greatest things, besides being cheerleading coach and all the other things, I worked with special needs children, which was a God thing.
Right.
The Lord, the day that I turned in my resignation where I was working before, uh, I just knew something big was on the horizon. But I didn't go to work for the school system for about 3 months. So I was like questioning, did I do the right thing?
Right.
Um, I know I'm supposed to be working at school. I told my mama, I know I'm supposed to be working in the school system. I don't know why they ain't called me yet.
Uh-huh.
15 minutes later, they called me.
Oh wow, that's
And I
amazing.
worked one on one with a special needs child, which I fell in love with. And
Yeah.
and then that allowed me to work with Special Olympics, which is one of my things that's very near and dear to my
Do you
heart.
still work with the
Oh
Special
yeah,
Olympics?
still
Okay.
yeah. Well,
Okay.
I'm still a coach, and of course I help. But I do the Dogs on Dumont, which
Okay.
was my baby. I
Okay.
started that, and
Right.
I love that because I love my dog and I love Special Olympics, and it's been a hit.
Yeah.
So yes, I still work all the time
Okay.
with the swim team and with track and field and with fundraising
Okay.
and
So
stuff
now Dogs on Dumont is a fundraiser for the
for
Special
for Allen
Olympics.
County Special Olympics,
Okay.
right?
Right.
Yeah, and
So
I love doing that.
so what is Dogs on Dumont?
It is a dog show and dog contest. It's just for fun, but we have these different categories. Cutest puppy, most beautiful female, most handsome male. We have waggliest tail,
Okay.
loudest bark.
Okay.
All these. You're so ugly. You're cute.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
Dog owner look-alike. And leading up to that, we also have an online most photogenic
Okay.
contest, and
Okay.
everybody sends in their photos. They'll pay $5. They send in their photos, and then they share them and they vote. We also have an online auction.
Okay.
So, Special Olympics is very supported by the school system. They love us and they'll do anything for us, but we don't get funding from them.
Okay.
We have to have our own fundraisers. As long as it's okay with the school, we still have to do what the school allows us to
Right.
do. We turn in everything like we would, but we do have our own fundraisers. So any donations or anything that we have goes directly to the kids. It buys their uniforms. They're never out a penny.
That's awesome.
The gas, the bus, they allow, the school system allows us to have buses.
Right.
They also let us keep our money there. And, the secretary and treasurer, she'll help us with our money and
Yeah.
budgeting our money and stuff. So we're very blessed in this county to have people that support Special
Yeah.
Olympics. And, there's area businesses that give to it. And the lodge always does a big fundraiser for Special Olympics.
Awesome.
So we couldn't do anything without our
So
community.
if someone wanted to make a donation, is there somewhere they could go to do that?
They can reach out to me,
Okay.
to Verna, to Pat, to Kelly,
Okay.
any Special Olympic coach,
Okay.
and they can write checks that will take cash or whatever for Allen County Special Olympics if
Okay.
they wanted to write a check
Okay.
out.
So
So
if y'all feel the need to donate,
That's right.
reach out to
Me.
Miss Melissa here, and she can
Yes.
get you money where it needs to go.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
I love Special Olympics.
Yeah,
There's something about, you know, regular kids in the system. They all have their thing that they do, but this is really their thing. Anything they do, they don't take it for granted. And
Right.
anytime they're competing, they're smiling.
yeah,
We have some that are very competitive
uh-huh.
and very good at their craft,
Right.
whatever it may be. But you just watch them and you're like, oh gosh, your heart just wants to pump out of your
Right.
chest.
Yeah,
It's the greatest thing.
Yeah.
If you've never been, you
I
need
love
to
that.
go.
Yeah, I need to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Love
sure.
it.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I got a couple questions for you.
Okay.
Can we jump into
Yeah.
that? Okay. All right. You said yeah. Like I'm
Yeah,
not real
oh
sure about it.
gosh.
Okay. What is something people would be surprised to learn about you?
I'm a big collector of things.
Uh-huh.
They may know that already. I whistle all the time.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I whistle all the time. My mother said that I whistled before I even talked, that she come in and I was standing in my baby bed and I was whistling. So the other day, matter of fact, it's funny, that's the question you asked. I just knew you was going to ask that. I was showing my hubby a video that I had taken outside, and he says, "What's that bird?" And I said, "That's me whistling."
That's fantastic.
So I love to whistle.
Love to whistle. Okay.
I just have to make noise.
I've never heard you whistle,
Yeah.
so that's something we'll come back to that one. In a minute.
Gosh. Okay.
Okay. This is one that I ask everybody.
Okay.
Okay. So it's just kind of like the question on the podcast.
Yeah.
So, what's your comfort show, song, and meal?
I think my comfort meal would be like spaghetti. My husband makes spaghetti all the time, and it's his special. He cooks all the time.
Okay.
I've always loved it. Show back when I was growing up, the show's on Friday night, but I tell you, my show I loved forever, and it was MASH. I mean, I don't know, you've probably never watched
I love
it.
MASH, yeah.
But I don't know, there's several different shows that I watch now, but back then it was MASH. It just I felt at home when I was watching MASH.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
It's crazy.
Okay.
I know,
And song?
Song is Landslide by Stevie Nicks. Is my favorite song.
I thought you might have a hard time picking one.
No, that's my song.
That's your song.
Yes,
Landslide.
I love that. I've got lots of favorite songs, but that's my song.
That's your song.
Yeah.
You just feel connected.
Yeah, and I guess I liked it when I had Hannah, and the song talks about. It pretty much, you look back on your life and, oh my gosh, your kid's grown up and everything.
Right.
And that, you got to think about, the landslide's going to bring you down, and it does because you're like, oh my gosh, where'd my life go?
Right. Yeah.
So
that's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. What's something small that brings you great joy?
Cake.
I like cake.
I love cake. And listen, I tell this all the time in my classes, and I teach Silver Sneakers, which is very near and dear to my heart too, and lots of different classes at the core. And I love that place so much. It has my heart. But I always tell them, we go around and we talk about good things, and one day it was talking about, the little things that make you happy, and I always say that I have a Melissa's list of favorite things. So like gummy bears are on them, and sunsets, going to the beach, traveling, all those little things, those are on Melissa's list of favorite things. So those are the little things that make you happy.
Right.
So gummy bears, I love them too.
Okay. Love gummy bears and cake. What's your favorite kind of cake?
I like strawberry cake.
Strawberry cake. Mm-hmm. Have you ever had my mama's strawberry cake?
No, I have not.
Well,
so Tracy, I'm ready.
Okay, yeah, for sure. What advice do you give yourself on hard days?
Oh my gosh. I think when you get down in the valley, I always try to remember all the times that the good Lord has brought me out of the valley.
Right.
I always say the Lord has taken me out of the valley and he's put me back up on the mountain.
Right.
Because you think sometimes that you're never going to get through that hard time, but you always do.
Yeah.
And, if you just rely on him and know that he's never going to forsake you, even though you're struggling and everything's going wrong, that's what I say. My Lord's going to take me out of this valley. I know he is.
Yeah.
He's not going to forsake me.
Right.
That's my advice.
Okay. I love it. I love it. It's perfect. Um, what do you know now that you wish you knew earlier?
Gosh, there's so many things.
Uh,
Listen to your parents and your
yeah,
grandparents, because one of these days you're going to be the person that's trying to figure things out for your family, for your kids.
yeah,
And there's so many times now that, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, my mom and daddy would have known that.
hmm,
I should have listened more.
yeah.
I should have listened. And like my husband, he's going to be doing a little book on his ancestors, which
Okay,
his great grandfather had like 18 kids.
okay,
So he's going to start researching them.
yeah,
But his dad's still alive, and he says, well, I can still ask my daddy. And I've
right,
called him 3 times,
yeah,
and he said something the other day, and I was like, I wish I'd just asked my mom and daddy that,
yeah,
listen more
yeah,
to people that are older
yeah,
than you
yeah,
and wiser.
right. Because they really are wiser.
They really
Yeah,
are.
yeah, for sure. What conversations do you think we need more of?
I think we need to figure out, if you don't like something, if you don't like your community, if you
Uh-huh,
don't like the way things are going, then figure out a way to do it.
hmm,
Go to wherever they're having a meeting and talk
uh-huh,
to them about things that you don't quite like or
right,
understand you're in your community. I've always been the type of person that if I don't like something, or if there's something that's needed in the community, I'm going to try to do it.
right,
I just want to um, us to have those
hmm,
conversations.
yeah,
The speed bumps were a big thing.
right, yeah,
Everybody hated the speed
yeah,
bumps.
yeah,
And now I come up through there and I don't even remember the trees that was
right,
there.
yeah, right,
There's a speed bump and I'm
yeah,
going over the speed bump.
yeah,
But, I just feel like we all need to leave the world a better, before we leave here.
yeah,
It needs, because our children are coming up
right,
and everything like that. So have those conversations about what
yeah.
can I do to make things better.
Get involved.
Get involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I got too many irons in the fire a whole lot of the
Right,
times.
I know. I know.
But that's what you need to do.
Okay, last one, and this one can get a little deep.
Okay.
Okay,
Ooh.
so if someone were going to pull up a chair with you today, what would you want them to hear? And I think it can be past, present, anybody you would want to talk to again. What would you want them to hear?
Anybody in my life?
Anybody in your life?
Oh gosh, this might make me cry.
We got tissues. Don't you don't have to cry, but you do what you want to do.
No, I think you want the people in your life to know how much you love them.
Uh-huh.
And um, sometimes you feel like you don't say that enough.
Uh-huh.
Like, I really love you.
Uh-huh.
I really love you. And you mean so much to me in my
Uh-huh.
life. I want people in my life to know that. And I try to say it to people. And, people throw that word around
Uh-huh.
so much.
Yeah.
I love you. That's just words to say. But when I say it, I really mean it.
Yeah.
And, the things are in my life and, with my parents and stuff, I had to take care of them a lot. And I wanted to do what was best for them and
Right.
to be their advocate.
Yeah.
And there comes a time in people's lives that you have to advocate, for each other, for your parents, for your children.
Yeah.
And I just want people to know that I really do care.
Uh-huh.
And whoever sits here next, that they are enough,
Yeah.
that they're good. And people should try to find, like I was telling you the other day, try to find something about a person that you can draw on,
Uh-huh.
what you're good at, and talk to them about it.
Yeah.
And make sure, you respect them and what they do
Yeah.
and what they love
Yeah.
and stuff. We don't understand things quite often, that people do things and we don't understand it. But I really think you need to make people in your life feel like they're loved.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
to not forget it and know
Yeah.
that they can depend on you.
Yeah.
So don't take things for granted.
Yeah. For sure.
And you look back on your life, you get 50 some odd years old. Of course, I've been saying that I'm 53 and I'm not 53.
Uh-huh.
I'm actually 54.
Okay.
But you look back on your life and you're like, I should have done that. I
Uh-huh.
should have done that. Why didn't I listen? Why didn't I do something different?
Uh-huh.
And, that's the way life is. But still, if we could just all stop and think, how is this going to affect the rest of my life?
Yeah.
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 I don't know. There's so many things I could say.
Yeah.
To I just want the world to be better that I was here
Hmm.
and that I left it better than
Yeah.
when I came.
Well, the world is better because you're
Oh
here.
gosh, thank you. You
It is.
too.
You're always such a delight.
Thank
You're
you.
so bubbly, and we love having you here.
Thank you. Well,
So
I come up here just to bear my burdens
we
sometimes.
love it. We love it. We know when you pull in.
I know it. My husband
I
always
know
honks
he
the
owns the
horn.
horn. So people have been telling me that I need to have the guests ask me a question.
Oh gosh.
So if you could
Okay.
ask me a question, what would it be?
Okay. Let me see. Ooh, this is.
I know.
Okay. What small things make you happy?
Small things that make me happy. Um.
Because they really are the most important things.
Uh-huh. I really love a chicken tender.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
I do too. I love chicken tender.
Yeah,
I think
I
I'm gonna
do.
go get me some.
Are you? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I love a chicken tender.
But all those little tiny things that you
Yeah.
love,
Hmm.
sitting outside on the summer's day,
Yeah.
they really is. When you get my age, you
Hmm.
really realize that those little things are what's the most important.
Yeah. I'm learning that.
Yeah.
And that's things you hear your whole life. Like one day you're gonna wish this, or time's gonna fly
Yes,
by, and it really is flying by.
it
And
is. But you have to live your life and you have to get to that point where you're like, oh, okay, I understand why they said that
yeah,
now.
yeah.
You know,
So,
and it's you see kids out and you're like, oh gosh, they're
hmm,
gonna regret that one
yeah,
of these
right,
days. And
yeah,
but it's live and learn.
right. Because I'm 26, going on 11
Yeah,
times. Yeah,
yeah.
so I'm not as young as I used
I
to
should
be.
have never told my age on air.
That's okay. That's all right. We can bleep it out.
Bleep.
Right, yeah. That's great. Well, thank you for coming.
Well, I was glad I was here.
Yeah, I'm so thankful for you, and to be able to call you a friend means
I'm
a lot.
thankful for you too.
Yes, I appreciate you
I
very
have
much.
loved you for a long
Well,
time.
I
Your
feel the same.
mama.
Yep, we love you.
All right.
All right. Thank you all for pulling up a chair. I'm glad you were here. It never cuts off. What's it doing?
Should I do a little dance?
Yeah, do